connected, Brian. Stay connected. Come on, show for that ball.
Step in, step in. And Jake.
The sounds of summer were a prelude to questions that had to be answered.
You get on that side, I get on this side, and we try to play and beat them.
Could the seniors lead such a young group on the field?
We got a good group of seniors. A lot of people have been on varsity a few years, so we should be fine.
Could this team turn youth and inexperience into an asset?
Maybe 10, 9 sophomores, and the first year in a while we have freshmen on the varsity team. So there's a lot of excitement, a lot of people fighting for places this year, and it's all looking really good.
So those roles start creeping into just the way we train and the way we play, and then that, of course, is going to carry over to the games.
Could Jake McAteer be as good as Ben Lundgaard the year before?
And Jake.
Jake's a really good goalie, tops in the country, and Ben was too, but I think Jake will do really well.
Coach Scott Mosier watched over training camp with a careful eye, looking for talent from all 4 classes to fill out the roster. While a handful of sophomores and freshmen were placed on the varsity roster, despite all the potential talent, not everyone would get a spot.
It's absolutely critical for you to do, and then you can work on that stuff. We need to work on your weaknesses.
We have a lot of good young players, and it was difficult. There's a pool of guys, sophomores and juniors in particular, that are really good JV players or okay varsity players. So we have that kind of middle group. So it was difficult to pick the pool.
The Sals hope to answer their critics with an early season match against Sussex Tech.
First game, a little bit of butterflies, I'm sure. Okay, just know your role and your responsibility. Remember, just about everybody on the field is going to be looking at who to figure out what we're going to play.
Our first game of the season, we know what happened last year. It's not going to happen again. Let's go. Sals on 3. 1, 2, 3, Sals!
Brian Harmon sends a through ball. Claire sprints to it. Martin controls the ball, dribbles around the defender.
Despite an early offensive explosion led by Jordan McFarland, the game would end in a 0-0 tie because of the weather.
Jordan McFarland breaks in, beats 2 defenders, fires a shot, saved by the goalkeeper. Another shot is saved by the goalkeeper, hits off the crossbar, and is out of play.
Saturday was crushing. We were really fired up to come out here and get the win, get the season started off right.
Every shot is on goal. Okay, right from the start, run. Press.
September 9th on the Lower Kenny Field, the Sals welcomed Indian River to Wilmington in a contest of last year's state title winners.
William takes a look, he sends it over top through ball to Cruzman. The ball bounces around in the 18. He takes a look, he takes a shot, and he scores!
McFarland gets behind the defense, dribbles the ball into the box, finds Claire, and he can't bury it. Hill's looking for Ford, but the goalie snatches it up.
After jumping out to an early 1-0 lead, the Sal's offense would continue to put shots on net, keeping the ball out of their zone, but an acrobatic save by Jake McAteer would prove to be the difference.
Indian River brings the ball into the 18. McAteer loses his footing, recovers, swats the ball out of the air. What a save by McAteer.
The Sals won their first in-state game of 1-0.
It's a D1, D2 rivalry, so this sets the tone for the rest of the season. Basically, this game means a whole lot to both teams.
It's one of those games we had on the just marked up as a big game, so came out here and got the win. That's pretty big for us.
Sals!
3 days later, Salesianum would take on their first of 5 out-of-state opponents at C. Milton Wright from Maryland.
McFarland goes up the middle, shots low, and it's in the back of the net. Jordan McFarland beats his man up the middle and gets the goal for Salesianum.
Williams chases the ball down, sends it across into the box, and sends it right to the goalie. Right with the ball, sends it into the box, but McAteer picks it up, no problem. Blackwell with the ball. He finds Ford. He's behind the D, and his shot hits the outside of the post and out. Witherell lost one to the box. Headed, saved by the goalkeeper. It was a tough break for Salesianum. Wright sends one to the box. McAteer comes out and he swallows it up.
Through 2 strong halves and then double overtime, today would not be the Sales' day as they left the pitch with yet another draw. With a record of 1-1-2, Salesianum would head south to North Carolina, where they were able to win another game, but there was still cause for concern as their second game was canceled. With 3 games canceled this season, the Sows were left with 12 games on the schedule. If the Sows lost one more opponent, then they wouldn't qualify for the state title.
It's tough with the 12 games. I would imagine, we've contacted everybody, and I would imagine we won't have any more cancellations from here. But it does make every game we play more important, having 12 as opposed to 15.
Their first game back from their road trip wouldn't be a warm welcome as they lost on a soggy day at Hokison 1-0 to cross-city rival Charter.
We played hard in that loss, but we didn't really play the style that I expect us to play going forward.
The Sows would have plenty of time to reflect on the loss as it would be 9 days until their next opponent. October 4th, the Sows would once again leave Delaware looking to get back on the right track against Kingsway Regional High School in New Jersey.
Salesianum is in desperate need to win today to get back on track.
The Sows found themselves down early, but today freshman Gavin Ford would rally the team back, scoring a hat trick.
McFarland gets the ball knocked away by the goalkeeper. Shot from Gavin Ford, and it's in the back of the net. That is the first goal today for Gavin Ford. Ford controls it, takes a shot outside the 18. It goes in the back of the net. Bottom left corner for Gavin Ford. That's his second goal of the day. Ford sends an over-top through ball to McFarland. McFarland controls it. He takes a shot, and it's top shelf for McFarland. Great goal by McFarland. The goalkeeper couldn't do anything about it. Kingsway controls the ball on the 18. He takes a shot, and he dives and blocks away the ball from going into the net. McAteer with a great save. McFarland sends a through ball to Gavin. Gavin, yes, and he scores to complete the hat trick. What an accomplishment for the young freshman.
Every game counts now, so we need to make everything count, even though we're playing tough opponents and stuff like that. So everything's important.
Yeah, this game was a must-win. We had all week to prepare for it. We knew we had to win it, so that's why it was pretty bad to give away the early goal. But leaving with the win is exactly what we came here for.
Salesianum had gotten the W and now had to face one of the top teams in the nation in St. Benedict's. Last year in North Jersey, the Sales were able to get the win in overtime, but this was a completely different team looking to repeat the magic that captured the eyes of the tri-state area.
We took something from them last year they will never get back. 71 games in a row. That really bothers them, I would imagine. All right?
Hill takes the free kick. Williams gets a head on it. The ball's loose. Blackwell shot is out of bounds. Benedict shoots from the outside of the box, and McAteer knocks it out of bounds. McFarland calls for the ball. splits the defender and grabbed by the goalie. McFarland may have made contact with the goalie there, but no calls given. Benedict shoots. McIntyre extends and grabs the ball. Free ball. Ford goes up for it, and he's knocked down. Benedict controls the ball, shoots through traffic, and McIntyre has it. Benedict with the ball. Bicycle kick inside the box, but McIntyre swallows it. McIntyre never lost sight of the ball.
The Sals and St. Benedict's battled hard for 2 halves and double overtime, but with no margin for error, the Sals just didn't have the magic that night.
We're hardworking. We certainly have our share of talent, so I'm not crying poor by any stretch. But, you know, we stand for working together as a team, being stronger than any individual. And I thought tonight was a really good example of that. We worked really, really hard. We supported each other, played together as a group. We got our chances, and we had a legitimate opportunity to beat one of the top teams in the country.
With aspirations of making the state tournament dwindling, the Sals returned home to Baynard Stadium for the first of 3 home games. Tonight's game would be a special celebration as the seniors were honored before the game. These young men would be joined on the field by their biggest fans, their parents.
It was great having my parents down there. They've supported me the whole way, and they've pretty much led me in the path that I am today. So it's great to honor them and my future in the same night. Having the parents down there was great. It's a special moment that you have only once in your lifetime, so it was really cool too.
Having my mom there to support me on senior night was huge because she's always been there for me throughout my whole life playing soccer. And having my sisters there with me was also really important because they've been there too, cheering me on the sidelines.
My parents are the ones who got me into soccer. My dad coached me for my whole life, and my mom's been there watching all my games. So when I got to hand her the flowers and give my dad a handshake, it was like the culmination of childhood soccer into high school for Sallies.
On 3, 1, 2, 3, Sals!
Having their parents in attendance was just what the team needed as the offense had their highest offensive game of the season. Seniors Jacob Meyer and Jordan McFarland would lead the team and give way to the next generation as the underclassmen would see extended playing time in the second half.
Andrew Ganner plays the ball to Soccer Strine. Soccer Strine takes a touch. He turns around, he takes a shot, and he scores! First goal of the season for Soccer Strine. McFarland breaks in. He's all alone. He takes a shot and he goes top shelf. What a goal by McFarland. Myers gets around as a defender. He takes a shot and he sneaks past the goalkeeper.
Sals were winners 7-0. They ended a 2-game losing streak and had captured the first victory of their home trifecta.
We've had a tough stretch with St. Benedict's and Apo, two really good teams. We played well in both, worked really hard, so it feels really good to get this one.
It was a good boost in confidence. We were kind of down after 2 losing streaks, and it's going to put us back up top for the tournament.
The Sales wouldn't have much time to rest. 2 days later, William Penn would take on the Sales in a Saturday matinee.
McFarland takes it to the left side of the box. He sends it into Wallace, and he chips it and it gets past the goalkeeper.
Salesianum would hold on to a 1-goal advantage throughout the first half, but in the second half, freshman Gavin Ford's 2 goals would put the Sales ahead for good.
Bouchard collects the ball, he looks for Ford. Ford takes a touch, gets around the goalkeeper, takes a shot, and it's in the back of the net!
The Sales had won back-to-back games for the first time this season. With 2 games left on the schedule, the team was starting to hit their stride on offense.
Towards the middle of the season, we started to mix with each other, and now it's we're getting easier. We kind of know where our runs are and stuff, so it's getting easier to score.
It's really important, especially these last 4 games we had to win. So it's really nice just coming out here and dominating the field and not giving up any goals.
The following Saturday, Salesianum would win its 3rd straight game against St. Elizabeth's.
Gavin Ford receives the ball. He's looking for his options. He finds Trevor Clare. Trevor Clare one-times it back. He takes a shot, and it's saved away. Witherall takes a touch to his right. He looks, he takes a shot, it bounces, and it's saved by the goalkeeper. Cruzman on the corner. Finds Williams, and the goalie pounces on it. Cruzman sends a short one into the box. Wallace has a chance, but he misses it.
Despite only scoring 1 goal on a penalty kick, the team's hot streak was giving them more and more confidence.
The ball falls to Gavin Ford inside the 18. He's taken down, and the penalty is given. Jacob Meyer takes the penalty kick, and he takes a shot, and it goes top shelf.
We need to get on a hot streak before the state tournament because we need to come into the tournament rolling. We've got to get a couple rounds deep and hopefully get the championship.
The Sales had become a dangerous team, but their objective was to be the #1 team in the state. With a ticket to the tournament punched, Salesianum's season finale against Archmere would be a difficult one, as the Hawks would try to derail their offense, giving the team a lower seeding in the brackets.
Ball falls to McFarland. McFarland dribbles into the 18. He takes a shot, and it's saved away by the Archmere goalkeeper. Ball falls to Gavin Ford. Gavin Ford takes a touch. He's inside the 18. He takes a shot, curls it, and it's saved near post. Ball falls to Gavin Ford. He takes a touch. He's inside the 18. Looks up, takes a shot, and it's saved by the Archmere goalkeeper. Cruzman controls the loose ball. Finds Wallace in the box. Shot saved by Hartman. Wallace spins off the defender, finds McFarland. His shot is saved by the goalie.
After being shut out in the first half, the Sales offense would come to life, scoring 2 goals in the second half.
Bryce Wallace gets the ball. He takes a touch to the outside. He takes a shot. It's an absolute thunderbolt in the back of the net.
It was also the 4th game in a row the offense reached double-digit shots. Salesianum won 2-0 and was heading into the tournament riding a 4-game winning streak. With momentum and team chemistry at its best, the players' confidence couldn't be higher.
A lot of soccer and goal scoring is momentum and motivation to do it, and goal scorers getting in form right before the state tournament is great and will only carry us through the tournament even further.
On a chilly night in Smyrna, Salesianum faced a familiar opponent in Charter. Earlier in the season, Salesianum had lost a close match 1-0. Now, with the season on the line, Salesianum knew tonight would not be an easy game.
Last time these two teams met, Salesianum lost on a penalty kick. It's not the way you want to lose the game. Salesianum is hoping for a different result than the meeting in the regular season. We're just moments away from the opening kickoff.
Mark takes a cross. It falls to Cole Bouchard. He shoots it wide.
Witherall takes a free kick, but Charter's goalie grabs it. Charter shoots, it's wide.
Witherall sets up to take the free kick. He sends it, the ball's bounce around in the 18. McFarland takes a shot into the back of the net.
After Jordan McFarland put the sails up early in the game, Salesianum found themselves trailing late in the second half 2-1. With time winding down in that second half, senior captain Jacob Meyer would get the equalizer to send the game into double overtime. After 2 scoreless sessions of overtime, the game would have to be decided by penalty kicks.
Jacob Mark takes the PK. He shoots it into the back of the net. Sal's up 1-0. Witherall lines up to take the PK. He takes a shot. It's in the back of the net. Number 16 takes up the shot, and it's saved by McAteer. Kevin Williams hops up to take the PK. He takes a shot. It's in the back of the net. Top shelf.
With the Sales holding on to a 2-1 edge, keeper Jake McAteer would not only make the game-winning save, but also deliver the final goal to win the game.
A save right here sends Salesianum to the semifinals. He takes a shot, and he's done it! Jake McAteer sends Salesianum to the semifinals!
Can't believe it happened. Like I didn't know I was gonna take the PK until like coach told me right then, and I've been practicing and I actually shanked it, but it went in, so.
The stage was now set for a rematch with Appoquinimink. Earlier in the year, the Sales suffered a huge defeat against the Jaguars, and while it was the last time Salesianum lost a game, the seniors wanted to make sure there wouldn't be a repeat.
In their early contest, Salesianum came out completely flat-footed. There was absolutely no energy amongst the team. The Jags outshot Sallies 10-5 the last time they met. They were just completely exhausted from the St. Benedict's game. McFarland takes a corner. Bouchard has the ball, but he cannot bury it. Witherall on the free kick. And it's just out of Ford's reach. Appo will get the goal kick.
Ball bounces around inside the 18. They take a shot, and Jake McAteer gobbles it up.
Salesianum and Appo are tied 0-0 at the half. Boy, they're playing with a lot of intensity tonight. It's do or die for this team.
Number 7 plays the ball inside the box. Ball is up there. Jake McAteer loses control of the ball, and Connor Samuels clears it out.
Appo throws the ball in deep, and McAteer falls on it. Ball comes to Meyer outside the box. He tries to shoot. Whoa, where did that one go?
For 2 halves, the Sales and Jaguars would trade shots on net, and for the second game in a row, the Sales were headed for overtime. After the first overtime, Jake McAteer proved he was up to the task of stopping whatever was kicked his way. And in the second overtime, Kevin Williams would solidify his place in Salesianum Soccer history.
Jordan McFarland take the free kick. He puts it into the box. It's headed in! Kevin Williams! Kevin Williams! You couldn't write a better script than this!
I scored a PK against Charter, so if I didn't ever score again, I would have said that was my goal. But now that I have an important goal like this, I'm calling this my first goal ever for Sally's. It was a pretty awesome goal to have.
It's a great day for Kevin Williams to score his first goal, really. I mean, there's not much you can think in that moment. It's just pure adrenaline, just happy to get the result.
I mean, that's what it's all about, that double overtime, that game-winning goal feeling. That's what you look for. That's what it's all about in soccer, that feeling you get. And we just worked hard all game and all season for this, and we're going to keep going and win this final game.
Salesianum's soccer team had almost completed the task they set out to accomplish 4 months earlier. The final opponent of the 2014 season was the Caesar Rodney Riders.
Salesianum is coming into tonight's match with a lot of momentum after beating Apo in double overtime and Charter in penalty kicks. Nobody thought in the middle of the season that this team would get to this point. Schaefer Clare brings it up the middle. He shoots, saved by CR. CR with the corner. And McAteer has it. Not a chance that one was going in. Wallace crosses it to Bouchard, who isn't in position. He's got to be there for that one.
Throughout the entire game, the team battled hard, and with a little luck, Sales won out in the end, capturing the 5th state title in a row and the 9th in the last 10 years. This team had taken a special place in the history of Salesianum Soccer by simply refusing to quit. They didn't quit after 3 games on their schedule were canceled, and most importantly, they didn't quit after 2 back-to-back losses left them clawing to get back into the playoffs. This team and its players showed the entire school community the pride they take in having an S and VJ on their jerseys.
Just for one day, we can be heroes. Just for one day, and you can be me, and I'll drink all the time. 'Cause we're lovers, and that is a fact. Yes, we're lovers, and that is that. Though nothing will keep us together, we could still die. Just for one day.